We all know the feeling. The sky darkens, the first drops hit the glass, and suddenly you feel an overwhelming urge to cancel all your plans and stay inside. In a culture that values constant momentum, we're taught to treat this feeling as an obstacle. We pour another cup of coffee, turn up the lights, and force through the gloom, trying to maintain our usual high-energy routines. But pushing through a gray afternoon might actually be a biological mistake. That sudden wave of fatigue and the specific craving for a warm bowl of soup reflect deep, hardwired physical reactions. A passing storm causes massive shifts in atmospheric pressure, temperature, and ambient acoustics. Your body detects these environmental changes and adjusts its biological priorities to match. The first invisible shift happens in the atmosphere. Before the rain even starts falling, the barometric pressure drops. This atmospheric change impacts your brain chemistry. As the high pressure gauge drops, the serotonin indicator dips with it. Because serotonin regulates mood and appetite, this chemical dip activates craving pathways in the brain, sending your body looking for lost feel-good chemicals. Nutritionist Dr. Samaya recommends working with this biological response rather than fighting it. Eating tryptophan-rich foods like eggs, turkey, or nuts provides the exact raw materials your body needs to rebuild its serotonin supply. Reaching for a bowl of vegetable stew loaded with garlic and turmeric, or brewing a warm adaptogenic tea like holy basil supplies your body with the exact chemical support it requires to adapt to a damp environment. The second environmental trigger happens with the temperature. Rainfall pulls heat out of the air, creating a sudden thermal drop. To keep your core warm in this newly cooled environment, your body has to redirect its internal energy resources. If you try to force a heavy cardio session right as this thermal shift happens, your energy reserves are pulled in two different directions. You end up feeling disproportionately exhausted. This is where slower movements like Tai Chi or gentle yoga become highly effective. They complement what experts call yin energy, keeping blood flowing without aggressively competing for the resources needed to regulate your internal temperature. Matching your physical routine to the weather prevents severe energy depletion. It allows your body to settle into the introspective, slower rhythm it naturally tries to reach. The third trigger is acoustic. The continuous sound of rain hitting the ground generates a specific auditory frequency, categorized by sleep scientists as pink noise. This visualization contrasts erratic background noise spikes with the dense, smooth wave pattern of pink noise. A Journal of Sleep research study shows this masking effect creates a 45% increase in stable deep sleep compared to total silence. You can then combine that acoustic blanket with the sudden drop in ambient room temperature. Rainy weather naturally brings a bedroom right down into the scientifically optimal sleeping zone of 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. These two factors operating at the same time facilitate a state of maximum physical restoration and deep cognitive processing. A rainstorm effectively constructs a perfect biological sleeping chamber around you. For people struggling with restless nights, synchronizing with these conditions is a highly effective natural intervention to break the cycle of insomnia. Looking at the data, the immense relief we feel when it rains makes perfect sense. We are finally receiving a psychological permission slip to rest. Resting on a rainy day is an evolutionary response to weather shifts, one that helps us manage the sudden drops in pressure and temperature. These weather-challenged days act as mandatory biological maintenance periods, designed by nature to prevent physical and mental burnout. Maximizing the benefits of these natural rhythms requires knowing exactly how your body responds to seasonal variations. To develop a personalized nutrition and sleep hygiene plan that accounts for these shifts, schedule a consultation with Dr. Samaya. You can align your health goals with the rhythms of nature, and finally, let the weather work for you.